Hey there guys, welcome to Dinos Vault and welcome to my first drive review of the all-new Maruti Suzuki Swift. Now this is the third generation Swift and I feel the toughest task in this world is not just to dish out new products but to take an already super successful blockbuster product, give it the necessary tweaks and updates inside out and yet manage to deliver the same excitement, the same magical feel and the same lovable character that has captured the heart and mind of almost every human being, not only here in India but also across the whole world, because this is the first time that the Swift has had a major overhaul, especially in terms of design, and I'm glad Maruti have absolutely hit the nail right on its head by proving yet again that they are indeed the undisputed king of the Indian car market. The Swift has sold more than 1.7 million units. Now that's a number one would be proud of if his CDs were to be sold as much. But this is a car, my dear friend, and when you have this kind of trust and credibility that defines a car, it shows as to what kind of an outstanding product it truly is. So let's cut the intro here and find out what all new we get with the new Swift. First, the differences between the old and the new model. The new 2018 Swift gets 20 longer wheelbase compared to the older model, which results in offering much better cabin room, which was the only thing lacking in the older model. Now what's interesting though is that the overall length of the car is now shorter by 10 which means the car would be much easier to maneuver through the city traffic now. The new Swift is also 40 wider, thereby offering better shoulder room, and we also get that extra headroom of 24 which is really great. Now this is exactly what all existing Swift owners have been craving for, and I'm glad that Maruti have gotten the formula bang on this time around. The new car is also lighter and is based on the 5th generation hard-tech platform on which the new Dzire is based as well. Now this allows the car to shed nearly 120 kgs, which is truly phenomenal. Now for those who are worrying about safety and stability, please note that this new construction method features a high rigidity frame that contributes to crash safety, and the frame's continuous and smoothly curving shape with fewer joints effectively disperses impact energy in case of a collision. The lighter platform and the abundant use of lightweight, high tensile steel not only enhances the fundamental vehicle performance in terms of driving dynamics, handling and better stopping power, but also significantly enhances the overall fuel economy. Now talking about its design, when I first saw the Swift Dzire in person at the time of its review, I wondered how would Maruti manage to instill sportiness into such a fine and classy looking executive compact sedan silhouette. Well, I must say they have pulled it off in grand style. The car looks attractive and complete from any angle you choose to look at it, and that I believe is a hallmark of a successful design. Also, just in case you haven't seen my Swift Dzire first drive review, I suggest that you watch it right away by following the link in the description portion below. Now looking at the design elements, first of all we have these LED projector headlamps along with the DRLs that not only look stunning and powerful and new age, but they are also supposed to offer better light spread at night while consuming lesser battery power. Secondly, the main design element that offers the Swift a distinguished look compared to its compact sedan cousin is the blacked out hexagonal front grille that lends the car all the sportiness and all the aggression. Now further enhancing the frontal visual appeal is the perfectly sculpted front bumper, which along with the beefed up bonnet and the muscular shoulder lines lend the car a powerful stance. Coming to the profile, we now get 15-inch diamond cut alloy wheels that really look stunning, but I really hope Maruti considers offering 16-inch wheels for our market, because other international markets do get 16-inch alloys with the new Swift. We also get integrated turn indicators on the outside rear view mirrors that look cool. The trademark sloping roofline along with the blacked out B pillar looks even more radical now, thanks to the rear door handle being mounted on the C pillar, just like what we saw with the Chevrolet Beat several years ago. At the back we get a completely redesigned tail lamp cluster with LED combination lamps that look gorgeous as they light up. So this along with the restyled rear bumper and the perfectly laid out rear spoiler lend the car just as much a new age and sporty look that one would hope for from the latest generation Swift. Moving inside, we get all black interiors that again underscore the sporty theme that defines this car. The all black seats come well bolstered to offer superb comfort and adequate support to the lumbar region. The dials look gorgeous as they light up, and they do carry that element of racing with the red highlights within them. The 4.2-inch MID houses all the info that we hope for, including a gear position indicator, range, average, etc. The flat bottom steering wheel is perfectly sized and offers a nice feel as you hold it. We do get steering mounted audio and phone controls, which has kind of become a norm these days. And then we now get the Smart Play 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system that supports Android Auto as well as Apple CarPlay and also mirror link connectivity. We get navigation and voice command features. Apart from this, we also get a USB port, a charging socket, aux-in port and Bluetooth connectivity. We get 4 speakers and 2 tweeters all around that sound really good. We also get automatic climate control with these newly laid out dials that look nice and futuristic. Now, some of the other noteworthy features include engine start-stop system, remote keyless entry, speed sensitive auto door lock, electrically adjustable and foldable outside rearview mirrors, day and night inside rearview mirror, and a host of other features. Moving on to the rear seat, as you can see here, we now get more than adequate legroom and sufficient amount of headroom, which was a much sought after change compared to the older model. There's adequate room for 3 average size adults at the back now. Talking about the storage spaces, we get a spacious glove box that would always come in handy. We do get cup holders wherever necessary. The best thing is that we get bottle holders on all 4 doors, which would really prove to be a handful on the go. Now, boot space was another major concern on the older model. Now, this issue has also been cleverly addressed by Maruti, so we now get 268 liters as opposed to 210 liters of the preceding model. Talking about the safety features, we get ABS and dual airbags as standard right from the base variant, a really commendable move by our nation's top manufacturer, which shows their concern for their customers more than anything else. We also get reverse parking sensors and a reverse parking camera, which is a much needed feature these days just in case we end up having to park the car in tight spaces. Now, coming to the engine specs, we get 2 engine options to choose from, one petrol and one diesel. First, we have the 1.2 litre petrol that puts out 83 PS of max power at 6000 RPM and 113 Newton meters of max torque at 4200 RPM. Then we have the tried and tested 1.3 litre diesel that puts out 75 PS of max power at 4000 RPM and 190 Newton meters of max torque at 2000 RPM. Now, both the engines come mated to 5-speed transmissions and both offer the option of auto gear shift or automatic manual transmission, which is like an icing on the cake. Getting a diesel automatic for the Swift is like getting an opportunity to go out on a date with Sunny Leon. I won't be surprised if the waiting period for the diesel automatic goes into years instead of months. Now, the real deal as to how these cars drive. First, let's talk about the diesel. I drove the manual transmission variant, and this is something that true car lovers prefer even to this day, because slotting the car into gear and stepping on the gas and watching the rev needle climb is what actually defines the real excitement behind car driving. So the engine is nice and responsive thanks to the lightweight chassis. It doesn't feel underpowered. I loved the steering feel. It's incredibly light and easy at lower speeds, and it weighs up adequately at higher speeds. The suspension is again much better tuned now to strike a perfect balance between comfort and performance. It soaks up the bumps effortlessly at lower speeds, and the car stays planted and stable at higher speeds. The clutch feel is a lot lighter now, which offers for a fatigue-free driving experience. The gear lever has a better feel to it, and the short throw gearbox does function well without being notchy. The brakes are good too and offer good stopping power as soon as you drop the anchor. The engine noise is slightly reduced, although it still can be felt. It is not as refined as the CRDI engines from Hyundai. The overall NVH or noise, vibration and harshness levels are well controlled. I also love the thrust that we get as we go past the 2000 RPM range, and that really does add on to the driving experience. Now, talking about the driving experience that the petrol variant has on offer, I drove the manual variant here as well. One thing that I noticed immediately on the petrol variant was the lighter clutch feel compared to the diesel variant. While the diesel variant also offers a light and easy to operate clutch, the one on the petrol feels just like a feather touch. It requires very minimal effort, which really comes in handy in stop and go traffic. The petrol engine is a little more refined compared to the diesel. The engine noise is not all that apparent. Also, there is no lag apparent whatsoever. The car responds well right from the word go. It has adequate juice within it to allow you to do those quick overtakes. Now, mind you, both are brand new cars, so the performance post the first and second service might be far better in terms of refinement as well as drivability. The all-round cabin visibility is also quite good. Now, while the car offers good high-speed stability thanks to the increased wheelbase, the turning radius is quite short thanks to the overall reduced length of the car. So this, along with the incredibly light steering feel, would help you steer this car through chock-a-block city traffic with utmost ease. Other noteworthy specs include a ground clearance of 163 mm, more than sufficient to clear the speed breakers that we come across in the city. Fuel tank capacity is 37 liters, which offers decent tank range. Now finally, coming to the most important point, the mileage. Well, the mileage claim for the petrol variant is 22 kmpl, and for the diesel variant it is an RU out of your mind 28.4 kmpl, which is even more than that of my Duke 390 to be honest. And these figures hold good for both the manual as well as the auto gear shift variants, which is outstanding. Price ex showroom Hyderabad for the all new Swift. The petrol range starts from rupees 4.99 lakhs and goes up to 7.29 lakhs for the top end variant. The diesel range starts from rupees 5.99 lakhs and goes up to 8.29 lakhs for the top end variant. Well, that's pretty much it for now. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless, and drive safe.